And we should be live any second now. Okay, we should be on.
I just got a notification, so where it says that live stream is offline, but I see what Rosie's doing there, so
yeah.
It's my buffering.
And
we're offline again.
Okay, on. It says elapsed time is 1 minute though, so presumably it's still recording everything we're saying. I swear it wasn't as difficult last time.
Right now I only see the map.
Okay. Everything else that's on my computer.
Oh no, I both know.
Yeah.
Because I intend to do sci-fi.
Ooh.
Do more time on it.
That's like got a while.
How are you all doing one-shots?
I'm definitely doing one. I nearly have the map done.
That's not using any of their real names, I've just realised.
So I noticed that, I was just like...
Yeah, they're the only people that have put what month they want on. So I don't think there's anybody else doing.
I've just got to work out largely what kind of enemies I'm pitching you up against.
Yeah.
Xanathar's Guide to Everything for...
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be a bit of that going on.
Oh yeah, so can I ask your guys' opinion on... hypothetically, if were presented with a game you were given pre-general, would you rather have your character like a week in advance so you could maybe think about them? Or would you rather have the character as you go along?
I think it's more did that when he went to game, so I went to a game where he created just got given the characters on the day.
Cool.
If I could, I would get him to do that game because I never got to play it.
In advance now so that we can actually read them and maybe have like 5 minutes to think about it. Are you happy?
Yeah.
So like get them on like in the morning or something.
Yeah.
Like read through, just go, okay, I can do that and that, not that back then.
Yeah.
Okay, and to follow up on question of that,
Questions, right?
I might be working on the Discord group was just made. How would everybody feel about like not knowing your character until you actually try to do stuff?
Oh yeah, that idea.
Because they have no hand.
Yeah, they have no...
Like wake up or something and they don't know what happened to them, they don't know who they are, they don't know their name, they don't... Yeah, like, I might make it so that the one thing that you remember is a name.
Yeah, so then we can differentiate when we're talking to people in game.
That would be interesting, because, like, we'd only be putting in, like, the score on the dice, we wouldn't know what the buff or debuff is.
And I'll tell you the total for this skill, and then you know how much you're...
So we could kind of find it out.
Yeah, that would be the idea, but like if nobody likes the idea, I'd obviously not do it.
I'd play it.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, of course, that does take a lot of preparation, so that's why I asked to be like in May.
I think that's perfectly reasonable.
But it also means that people won't specifically know which... like, I can't prepare classes with the idea of you have that class and you have that class, because then you'd already know which class you'd have.
If you're the DM, we're at your mercy, so...
Around with some settings and it's recording, so I mean, if nothing else, we've got a recording of it. However, I shall begin momentarily. I'm just going to edit one more thing.
As far as I can tell, it is actually recording us and being...
Right, try this. Oh. Oh.
Went offline for a second.
Give me a sec. I think I've just, if you like. So, last time, still in the town of Stock, in the country of Baursin, our intrepid Tuesday party adventurers were hunting around and, well...
Yay!
With a little Oni guy thingy.
There was pretty much nothing left of the Oni. And you then discoveries and found out that there was a lot of dark stuff going on in the town, because the Oni, as it was dying, shouted that more evil would come, that darkness was drawn here, and you then went through the city at night, the town, sorry, and you decided to go and check out the leader's house because you suspected Leith Monroe of doing dodgy things in the garden. You split up and went round the edges, and everyone except Varric is current of the Leath and Mostal house, having seen Leath in a, I believe, there's a picture up here. Ooh, excellent. Right now. Stood in front of her was a demon that was described by Risha, I believe. Vitheritas says he smites enemies of the helm, not studies them. So, you guys are stood in the garden, you've seen this, you went through... Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, so, and the demon basically said to you, my name is Brakens, true prince of the underrealm Leia Ahal. What do you want? Yes.
Right, off to a bang.
Lucky seven?
Yeah. I can just add to it and see how we go. Yeah. Luckily it's a Christmas saving throw, so I actually get to +4 to that, so it's not as bad. Is very close enough to actually need.
Oh, you can see him, but he's not know that.
Out of game you now knows it. Okay, can I quickly look?
Yes.
Awesome, I do that.
Okay. Apricity, you are dipping the pens apparently, and you are startled and a little bit like neither of you are dissuaded from the symbols. If someone wants to rechuck the picture in, that'd be great. There's things in there that you really can't see and then appear on a live stream. Sorry.
Alright.
The symbol down to the bottom left that looks like 3 J's, that in the world of Mercer is the symbol for demons, which you knew about. This symbol, which is an upside down rainbow on the right hand side, you have been told is the symbol for the soul. And the symbol at the top, I don't believe you had found out what it was yet, but you knew it was something to do with the underrealm. Person to do something, so what did you want to actually physically do?
Wasn't that what I just said? Wave that left and just be like, hi!
Oh, at Leah, not at Circle, and she's got most of her attention now fixed back on the demon. So,
how far away is the demon and Leah from us right now, do you reckon?
well, you just stepped out of the bushes, so I'd say that Leah is about 10 feet away from you, and Brakens, the demon, is probably about 15 feet away from you.
So I'm going to... Well, both of them, frankly. And draw my hammer.
Uh-oh.
And hold... I'm holding it.
Your last bit of words. Summoned me, but I'd like you to rethink that bit about who is here. Arissa is currently fanning herself, and Ridu has cast a minor illusion to make red hearts float around Arissa and Brakens' head. The demon, like, looks up, ignores it, looks back at you. I come because I respond of interest to me. Is that not right, Leath, my dear? Your time has run out, you have lost all your power, you have lost your influence, and as far as I can tell, the deal is at an end. Leath is like prostrating herself sort of within this circle of please, just give me some more time. I can get it back. I can make more money. Circle with your hammer.
Possible.
You can try. Roll me a strength check, please.
What's that? That would be a 14.
Yeah, the Theratas fails his intelligence check and carves into a nearby tree. Has that stopped?
So that would be a 14 for that.
Okay, a 14. Gonna use my Hellfire dice for this one. Did you say 14?
Yep.
Okay. Your Warhammer carves into you. It's essentially a pentagram, but only 3 of them. You notice that the circle begins all the way up to your hand, and you almost have to drop it, but you hold on to it. And once you've pulled your hammer past it, and you can see like little spits of fire, like sparks, come off one edge of it, and it's still intact at the moment.
Was it worth a shot?
Yeah, it was definitely worth a shot.
Can I address the demon? Is it that she summoned you here? What is it that is of interest for you?
I have very little, perhaps a poor choice on her end, however. What did you say, dear? And he looks over at Leath in the circle, sort of still bowing on her hands and knees, sort of getting closer to the ground. Those other idiots. Of course, now comes...
She's paying with her soul.
To me. Have you ever heard of paying a demon off in gold? Ha! Gold. Oh, blushing little gnome girl.
I'm very pale, I blush very easily.
Uh-huh, it must be the hellfire getting to you. Don't you roll your eyes.
There you go. Well, as you're stood here having this lovely chat with us, why don't you tell us the story of how you're stuck here? Maybe we could help you out.
Oh! My own way back with all my power, influence, and demonic prowess. But you, of course, a group of what? 5 lowly mortals. You're going to help me, are you? 4 mortals. I definitely can't see the 5th one.
Wait, did he say that?
Sure, why not?
Otherwise, out of character, we need...
Really do, and if you could take 2 minutes and think of one now and agree on it together, you can officially tell it to the demon if you like, and I'll be the first person you tell it.
Why is it always boring when I post a picture?
But we are first, like, claim...
Family you usurped, and he looks over at Leath at this point. It was them you wanted the power and influence from, wasn't it? Okay, roll it off there on the technicality.
I feel like I might hit.
Damage. And you've got about 2 seconds before all this happens. What mortals do is entirely not up to me, however, they can be influenced. If they already had the evil intent within them, I just bring it out a bit.
Oh, I rolled higher, by the way. I forgot to add 2.
And yes, your proficiency is for your attack. Your damage is just your abilities and that. Anything that it says in your... what?
I rolled near my stat. I missed 1 fucking point. That's plus 5. 18.
Alright, 18 damage. Okay. From somewhere to the demon Brakenz's... The demon is half...
She actually...
Can't help it.
And the merry minstrel bards were,
You give love that name.
my dear, I give everything a bad name.
I mean, unlike some people, I won't just give in to the first.
I'm okay up here, thanks. And everything else he calls out. Thought you might want to come and take part in proceedings. No.
Athletics, you said, right?
Yeah.
Barrett's not going to die because.
Not right.
Douche. And the fact that Arissa is getting warm behind the collar is making you really, really mad. Welcome to the party. I must say, this is a good 1, 2, 3, 5 mortals more than I meant to be entertaining this evening. I'm afraid I didn't bring nibbles.
Arissa's got something she wants to nibble on.
I came, I saw.
I love Arissa so much right now. So, get the soul, minus the party, and then you would go off to where? Just in case there's...
To, do that thing where he strokes down the side of your face and puts his thumb just underneath your bottom lip and sort of gives you a...
What, on me or on Arissa?
On Arissa.
If he touches you, does he feel...
Yes, ma'am.
In the meantime, I noticed, or...
It was like fire and sparks, yes. You can roll an investigation if you want.
So,
So much dice roll.
yeah.
Arissa, you got a nat 20.
Oh, I got a 9.
Okay. Arissa, his hand is very warm to the tongue. Now, usually, you would not be able to help yourself getting clever. However, given your interest in him, I'll let you... While Arissa's deciding what she wants to do, and sort of staring at this demon going, choosing as a evil you summon a demon, the demon would appear in the circle. However, Liath herself is in the circle. And you see this is potentially her way of communicating to him.
Okay. I'm going to try and enter this.
So tell me which one they're for.
Yep.
Roll me a... Roll me a strength check and a charisma save.
Is 17. That was a lot better.
Alright. Step forwards and you manage to join Liath inside the circle. You feel a sort of like a tugging on the air as you step in there next to her on her hands and knees. And instantly, once your second foot is, take your shirt off and put it on the floor.
And now it's time for head.
I mean, by all means, offer. It's fine.
I'm just going to write my notes right now, naked bard.
Yep.
I think Arissa would definitely try to start stripping, but maybe...
Pearl, would you be too interested to see what she looks like? You know, because...
I'm going to have a really difficult time deciding, but eventually stop her.
Okay.
Try to stop her.
Arissa, your shirt, but you've also got maybe a cord to take it off. And Varric and everyone is sort of staring at you. And Varric, you sort of catch it and sort of go, huh, that's really nice. Hang on, wait, what, no? And you stop her before she, goes any further. To see how effective it is, please.
Damn.
Alright. You get as far as you
what exactly do you want?
You hear and then suddenly
I presume I'm rolling again.
You're going to need a strength and a dex check, please.
Whoa, shit. Well, that was the strength. I don't know if the dex is going to be needed anymore. So that was a strength of 4.
Move to throw her carefully out of the circle and...
Because that's going to be useful.
Okay. And by below max, I mean so insignificantly less, but yeah, cool.
That cannot do that.
You ask such a stupid question.
I don't really know much about, evil fiends, so I just thought maybe that would be something you'd do for fun.
What I then, well, as in this encouragement, shall we say, suggested that any who wanted of the town, this was some 10 years ago, of course, that they should do. And boy, oh golly gee, did it work out well. Didn't it, oh Liath, my lovely? And she doesn't say anything, she's still like, on her hands and knees, in the circle, okay. And he says, I believe it took, what, 3 hours for the Walden household to overthrow their masters? I believe they threw them in their own dungeon and took
them to go out and perish so that you could harvest their souls.
Briefest of nutshells, yes.
Then go on to find more, or do you have other deals on the go?
Always have a backup, my dear. Always have a backup. I have plenty going on to keep me occupied and busy. Don't you worry. And yes, Liath has come to the end of her agreement. Our agreement was, in exact terms, I shall grant you... This has now happened. Gold reserves run dry, no one in the town respects you. I would say that counts as a lost cause. And so here I am. She's begging me not to, of course. For more time. She knew I was coming. But, of course, I told her no.
And shout up to her and say...
She is not paying attention, and she's still on looking, like, at Bracken's feet, and so, but she does, like, shake her head really quickly, as in, like, I'll do so, and she keeps going like that, and Bracken says, you are so desperate. You see, I believe as soon as someone makes a deal with someone of my authority and position, they leave a taint upon the ground, the very earth that they walk upon. This town has it, and of course other dark creatures, well, they call themselves dark creatures, I call them shades of grey, but never mind. Of course, no longer be tainted. So put that in your pretty little noggin and think about it. One little soul to save the rest of the town from, what was it, an Oni? One little soul.
Anyway, weren't we?
To be fair, I did have an arrow with her.
Because of an Oni, and I don't want any more to come, any more children.
Also, imagine what the no-wings would...
Down, whatever his name was, anyway, so they probably would have done away with them.
I think I'd like to talk to Hobam afterwards, and that could be useful. So, I might need some leather there, so why not?
DM?
Yes. Yeah, well, you won't like it, but this is a... They can also speak to them. It also can work as a binding, and what seems to have happened now is that while Bracken's is there, it's binding Liath where she is, and she cannot move. It already sort of sucking the energy from her. It's not taking her soul, it's just draining her of any... Is to get rid of the evil entity that is essentially on the other end of the phone call, which in this case would be Bracken's. And good lord, please try. I would love to do a total party kill right now.
Okay, what... Do I know what would happen if we kill her?
if he's telling you the truth, of course. The circle will remain as someone else gets in it and causes it to do the same thing. So the fact that Verti is in there at the moment is a cause of concern for you because he might interfere with the whole process. Not sure.
Okay. Okay, I tell Verti all that via static message.
Don't worry. Just I'm gonna let you all. Sorry, you were halfway through a sort of inter-player conversation. I'll let you carry on with that for 5 seconds while I just write down what I just.
And also the taint from this town. Plus
12 plus 5 makes 7.
20, but not now. I've got
But yeah, then you rolled the exact same amount.
Varric.
your other dealings.
Skipping all the way, of course.
Would we... Well, can you make deals with demons?
Was that in or out of character?
Yeah.
Go for the wait 5 minutes deal.
If we allowed you not cause harm to any other people from the...
Because the taint will have disappeared from it.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world makes you think?
You don't know the things that...
For not quaking in my boots.
Let's give you forgiveness, yes.
And what was it you just said?
He said forgive me for not quaking in my boots, and I offered him forgiveness.
The Veritas says, well, okay. Okay. He's not moving, the rest of you, he's just stood still looking at her, but Apricity, you feel as if he is sweeping towards you. Apricity, you... The screaming of Reese and the ripping and tearing of flesh and screaming for help and where are you, why didn't you save me, help, stop it. And that's going to continue until you... I'll ask you, it's going to continue for a good like 2 or 3 minutes.
Pause it gets issues again.
Alright, it seems... I just fuck up again, but never mind. Okay, sorry. Fucked by Bricken's roll to collect.
Floor screaming.
Yep.
And Alice is just told him to stop.
No, my dear. She will learn her lesson and then it will stop.
Don't call me Wandy.
Roll intimidation. Meanwhile, the Theratas unread you while I'm thinking about it. Steps towards you, like half a step. And he like tilts his head to the side a little bit and eyes you up and down. Those appraising looks that people give people who are young. And you get the impression it's almost impressed or something, and it freaks you out a little bit actually. Like you've stood up to him and you've stood your ground, you're going, yeah, fuck this, and you're really pissed off, but it is a little bit freaky. But you're feeling, oh my word, I knew the bard would be the most fun. Don't worry, my dear, your friend will be absolutely fine. Meanwhile, you are impressing me greatly. Are you sure you don't want to accompany me and be right-hand bard?
Not if you're going to hurt my friend.
Over your time. And the flames around the circle. It's not like a ring of actual fire, but it is hot and it's burning, and it's not just like where a stick went through the ground. It's cutting down into a fire that's underneath the plane somehow. The Theratas, it's freaking hot in there.
Just heat for a little bit. And I'm going to slam that down on the grass.
She's literally on her hands and knees.
So.
The Theratas.
Fuck circle.
Distracted by flamey bits.
Having rolled your beautiful, beautiful 1. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Alright, so the Theratas. Oh.
No, that's still that one. And that one's in that one.
You know what you...
You are shitting me.
Oh god. What?
I changed dices.
Oh no!
That is my life.
I should have
Oh
gone for
no!
fucking arrow when I was.
It can't die. We have a future god.
Oh, the Theratas, arrow to the knee time. Okay, so...
I have sin binned for that.
Even though you can resist the heat of the fire, your arm is starting to crackle and burn, and like the skin is going black around it. So like and you drop the warhammer, which lands on the outside of the circle away from you now, and it's still ablaze, and it looks like it's turning black as well, and your arm instantly snaps back to your body inside the circle, and you're still holding onto the shield with the other hand, and it's like still stuck in the air where Braken's is holding it with like a spell.
And please tell me that at least as far as it.
Okay, you take 7 points of fire damage and 2 points of... And I'm going to say it's different. 2 points of...
That didn't work too well.
Varric, you can try and cast Cure Wounds, yes.